Hi, this is David, and I wanted to do a video on something I know a lot about. The other 400 videos, I didn't know that much about. I want to do a video on what I'm going to call children's divorce. It's a new theory, it's a new legal concept, and a new idea that I have. I've been divorced 5 times. And there were children in every one of the divorces. I know a little bit about divorce. The children are the ones that are hurt. The parents, yeah, they go poor, and yeah, they may have some carrying the couch out and a few other kinds of things and lose their friends. But let me give you an idea. After my total negative experiences with the court system in the United States. I'm not going to get on father's rights and things that are that heated in discussion. Here's what I'm suggesting. And I haven't thought it all the way through. So please go on my comments and say, hey, how would this work? Or how, let's work together on it. I think that when a man and a woman have chosen each other as a spouse and they've legally tied the relationship, they have a great responsibility. If they made a bad decision, it's like buying a bad car. You don't get your money back. They didn't do enough exploratory work, or the person lied to them, well, that's their fault. They didn't check the person out. Be that as it may, as soon as a child is born into that relationship, I think the relationship has to seriously change. If you are divorcing and you have no children, it's not a big thing, other than if one of you is very wealthy. Leave that alone. It doesn't happen that often. Most of the divorces are when there's children involved. Now, this child didn't ask to be born. He didn't go, hey, bring the sperm up here. No, he didn't do that, or she. They are somewhat of a victim of the relationship. Well, they should have some victims' rights. Here's what I suggest. If a man and a woman have children and they say, we want a divorce, they can click the little box on the divorce paper that says, children's divorce. That's automatic. The judge just stamps it. That's basically what they call a stipulation. Okay? A children's divorce is this. The house that the parents are living in cannot be sold until the youngest child reaches age 18. That baby has a right to live in her own house, and that little boy has a right to have his friends in the neighborhood until they're 18. They got no part of this. The parents, to profit by splitting the house in half and both of them running off to their new boyfriend and girlfriend, ruins the kid's life. The parents should be punished, not the children. The children didn't choose anything. They didn't raise their hand and bow their heads and say yes. It was the parents. You know, the guy thought she was cute as hell and he wanted her in bed. The girl thought, well, he'll take care of me and my kids, and he's buff. Let's go for it. Well, here's what I'm saying. The house stays exactly where it is until the youngest child is 18. Then you sell the house and you divide 50-50 to the parents for the house. Now, how about visitation? How about support? How about alimony? How about all that stuff that is so damn hateful and so much of the stink of divorce? Let's fix it. Here's what I suggest. 6 months of the year, January till June 30th, the mom is in the house. She's in charge of the kids. She has to buy them clothes. She has to pay the utilities. She has to do 50% of the house payment every month. And she can be there with her boyfriend if she wants. That isn't going to change anything, because if you were divorced and separated, the mother would have a boyfriend and the father would have a girlfriend, so that's not going to change anything. So the kids get to stay with their friends, their church, their school, and they're going to have to put up with a new dad or a new mom for 6 months of the year, but they would have had to do that anyway. That doesn't change anything. Well, July 1st, the mom moves out. She packs her bags. You don't pack the little bags of the little kids and shuffle them back and forth between houses that parents are fighting for them and hateful, and the kid is crying. He can't report what goes on at mom's house. God, I've been there, I've done it. The father moves in. Now Dad is responsible for all of the kids, all the clothes, all the utilities, and half of the house payment. It goes back and forth until the youngest child is 18. Then the mom and dad can sell the house, and then they can equally split the proceeds. Now, think about it. Who really got punished for making a bad decision of getting a stupid-ass mate? It's the person who made the damn decision. The children are innocent. Let them live in their own home. Let them have their own friends. Let them stay in their church and their school, and let them grow up with a certain dignity and security. Now, dads and moms go off to war all the time in this country and leave the other spouse with the children. And they're gone for 6 months or a year. Then they come back. The kids don't seem to suffer that. The kids are in their own loving home. So, this is called a children's divorce. It's where a mom and dad don't want to argue, they don't want to fight. Mom wants to get a good job, dad probably has a good job. The kids want to be left alone and enjoy both of the parents, just not together. And that's not unusual in the United States. Like I said, dad may be a truck driver, dad may be going off to war, mom may be going off to war. There's business trips for both men and women where they're gone for 3 weeks, a month at a time. So the absent parent doesn't hurt the child growing up and the child's ego development and feelings of self-esteem. Let's put the blame where the blame should be. Let's protect the innocent. And if dad and mom don't want to move back and forth, screw them. They're the ones that made the decision. They're responsible. They can't take a little tiny 2-year-old body and pack a suitcase and on the weekends and on the holidays send them over with a little tape recorder on them when they're going to dad, and dad has a new girlfriend and the mom, is totally upset with visitation and withholds visitation from the father. We're destroying our children. I don't think divorce is a good thing, but I'm not sure it's as bad as a lot of people want to put it. What makes it bad is the way we do it. Let's have children's divorce. You got some ideas on it or questions on it? I haven't thought it all the way through, but I know that that would be healthier educationally for children, and I think it's putting the blame and the responsibility for the parents to pack their bags every 6 months rather than a little child packing their bags every other weekend. Thanks.